ARK coin. Um, this coin analysis was requested by Karthik to Walk. I'll be happy to. So here is the USD chart to ARK. And we can easily do some counts. But yeah, let's count it first. So can I make this? Okay. Can I make this 1 and 2? Absolutely. Could I make this 3 and 4? Well, the bottom of wave 4 cannot overlap the peak of 1. So that's not going to work. This 1 and 2 is correct technically. It abides by the rule. The bottom of 2 does not equal or exceed the bottom of 1, start of 1. But I don't like it here. It just doesn't look as good from a form and fit point of view compared to this. For some of you, you may prefer it here or there. Perfectly fine. No argument for me on that side. 3. Could I do 4 here? No. The bottom of 4 overlaps the peak of 1. So let's do it again. 1, 2. So I have to go here. 3, 4, 5. I know of some people who make exceptions of not counting spikes. And there are times when that does make sense. In that case, they could say 3, 4, but still they get into trouble here. Or they could ignore the spike, call it 3, 4 here too. And that'll make sense. But I'm not going to ignore the spike for now. And after F1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave motive, you get the requisite ABC 3-wave retracement. And that retracement is usually to the zone of wave 4, which it clearly met. A, B. If this A is correct, then this B is correct, then C is not done. There is no real thing as a truncated C. The C has to be lower than the bottom of A. So it makes sense to me that there's more of potential C to go. These 5 waves become subwaves to a higher scale wave. Notice how I'm putting all the time frame for all of these that are on the same time. Why? Sentiment, commonality of sentiment. This is the count that I would offer. If I ignore the spike, it could be done. And what does the trend line show? Not the jaws of wealth, but rather the channel of wealth. See, it could be a very brief, rapid spike, as there are many spikes in this spike. It'll pierce it and come right back up, and that's a bullish indication. And I'm sure you remember, some of the coins making some massive spikes while all the other coins seem stable. And they say, oh, the whale, some whale wanted to get an exit or something, what have you. But I say, a news or an event shall arrive to justify the forecast. Here is ARK to beat Bitcoin, BTC. If you want to count this, this is what I call 3-nested, triple-nested 1-2-1-2s. So this is 1-2 of 1, 1-2, let me just label individual so it doesn't get really messy. Actually. Okay, so this is 1-2 of 1. And this is 1-2 of the motive. At a daily scale. So you saw 1-2 on a sub-daily scale, 1-2 on a daily scale, and this is 1-2 of wave 3. like so. Okay. So it is impulse within an impulse. So impulse subwave on the highest degree. This is 1 and 2 of 3. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are subwaves of 3. And the way I think this could come about is wave 5 on a daily scale could be extended. Okay. You might ask, well, what do you think about this? I mean, it is the genesis point. It is not countable. I'm sure if you subdivide this into minutes or hours, it could be. But remember, an impulse motive occurs at all scale and level of time and all simultaneously. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is occurring here at this scale, but at the higher level, it's running its own impulse. The subwave also has impulse waves, but that itself is part of a larger degree impulse. That's what it means. So this is it for a target of 0.02 BTC for ARK to BTC.